Dooley Field in a jam-packed Sanford Stadium. We got the #1 team in the country, them Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the UAB Blazers. And this game is a big one for the top dog himself, Kirby Smart. You know, this is his 100th game at Georgia, and with a victory tonight, he breaks Bear Bryant's record for the best winning percentage through 100 games at an SEC school, and Nick Saban's mark for the most on-field wins through 100 games. It's the Dogs, the Blazers, the Kick when we come back. This is the 4th meeting between Georgia and UAB. The Dogs have won all 3. Here's Muse from his own 5. Leaps a man at the 20 and brought down across the 25-yard line. That's where Georgia will take over. And we will get our first look at Carson Beck, the junior. This is his first full season as a starter. Dejon Edwards in the backfield alongside. To the air, Beck over the middle. He's got a man open. There's Dominic Lovett. And Lovett in Blazer territory. And he's brought down at the 43-yard line. That's a 33-yard pickup. Mac McWilliams tripped him up.
Well, I told you the problem with the offense has not been Carson Beck. That was a perfect read, a perfect throw. He has really good arm strength.
Back to the outside. And that's caught by Ra Thomas. And one of the things that Georgia said, they want to start quicker. You know, Georgia outscored opponents by 102 points in the first quarter last season. That was the second largest margin in the FBS, only behind Ohio State. Well, so far this season, Bulldogs have only scored a total of 10 points in the first quarter in their first 3 games.
You're kidding, right?
Just 10 points.
I understand why Kirby Smart is not happy about the starts.
2nd and 1. Again, Brock Bowers with the catch. Oh, and stripped of the football. One of the things Georgia wanted to do, not only start quick, but get the football to number 19 early and often. 1st and 10. Edwards. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, I expect to see a lot of that tonight. Georgia is bigger and stronger up front.
Holding, number 4 on the offense.
So 1st and 20 from the Blazers' 33-yard line. Fake the pitch, Beck throws, and incomplete. He was looking at Marcus Rosemy-Jackson. He's the redshirt sophomore walk-on. And you see Bowers has joined him as well. They'll swing it out to Jones. Jones. Inside the 30, brought down at the 26 by McWilliams. 7-yard pickup for the Dogs. Bowers in the slot. Beck looking his way, throwing to the end zone. And caught! But was he out of bounds?
Yeah, we got a flag, though.
And a flag as well.
Yeah, that was an easy pass interference call.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 0, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
But when the guy is in the face of the receiver and has his hands all over him and can't turn around or doesn't turn around, it's a pretty easy call.
So 1st and 10 from the Blazers 11. From the gun is Beck. Receiver screen, Darian Smith, touchdown, Georgia. His first touchdown of the season. The junior out of Florida from 11 yards out.
It helps when you got a tight end like Brock Bowers who can block too.
Peyton Woodring, the freshman, in for the extra point. Drills it. Those 6 plays, 75 yards, and do it under 3 minutes as Arian Smith with the receiver screen. And Georgia's up 7-0 here in the first quarter. Jermaine Brown Jr. back deep for UAB from his own end zone. Brown. Cross the 15, cross the 20, down the sideline, and brought down just shy of the 30-yard line as a freshman.
How about that eye candy? Moving linemen out to wide receivers and bringing them back.
Jermaine Brown, Isaiah Jacobs in the backfield. Zeno to Jacobs. And Jacobs picks up about 6. Dan Jackson makes the stop. And again, UAB will go with pace. 4 wide. To the slot. And that's complete. That's a first down. Tajon Palmer. Palmer has become the go-to guy for Jacob Zeno. That's a 12-yard pickup. They'll move the sticks. And a first down for the Blazers.
Yeah, tempo, pace. And Georgia struggled with pace against South Carolina for a while.
Zeno under pressure and throws it away. Look, he got sacked 7 times last week. So really one of the matchups you want to see is this offensive line against that Georgia defensive front.
1,000 yards passing in his first season as a starter.
Jacobs again over that left side. He's across midfield. Isaiah Jacobs is the redshirt sophomore out of Oklahoma. 3rd and 6. Empty set for UAB. Zeno under pressure and sacked. And it's Brinson again. Brinson is the guy they say probably the most disruptive lineman right now. Makes a lot of splash plays, and that was one of them.
This is a new defensive line compared to the last couple years. A little bit younger, very athletic, maybe not as dominant. Here's a stat for you. Between 2014 and 2021, they didn't have any defensive linemen drafted by the NFL. The last 2 years, 4 first-round picks.
Not playing tonight. Patrick Foley will punt things away. Mekhi Muse. From his own 7. Muse spins and brought down just shy of the 20-yard line. For Beck in Georgia, Andrew Paul is checked in. Beck under center. Fakes the handoff, rolls to Bowers. Bowers spins and brought down at the 30.
You see, we've got a lot of the quick passing game going on with Georgia right now, which is what we've seen a lot of the first 3 weeks of the season. But that's not really their identity. What they want to get back to is they want to find a way to be dominant in the rushing game and pound the ball. But we told you about starters out. They're down 3 running backs. They're down a starting right tackle. So they're still searching for that identity. They've not even rushed the ball yet, really. Except once, maybe?
Here's the first run there. Over the left side, Andrew Paul.
That is the first rushing attempt for Georgia.
You mentioned those starters out tonight. Georgia, 6 of them.
Yeah, you look at that offense. Their top 2 running backs are out. Their best receiver, Ladd McConkey, is out. And then Arius Mims, the starting right tackle, is out, which required a shifting around of the offensive line.
Well, talk about running backs out. Dylan Bell is in the backfield. He's tight end, but plays receiver. That was a receiver screen there to Dominic Lovett, and he dropped it. Here's Brock Bowers. You know, he came into this game needing just 41 yards for 2,000 in his career. He's already got 2 catches for 19 yards. Needs just 22 more to reach 2K in his career. He'd be the 10th Georgia receiver to have 2,000 yards in a career.
Best tight end in college football. Likely a first-round pick. This is probably his last year in college football.
First 3rd down for Georgia. 3rd and 6. Pressure coming on the outside. Beck sacked. Tyreek Howard, the senior out of Mississippi.
Listen, this UAB defense has to feel good about their performance so far when you think about that pass interference that cost them on the first drive. And this is just winning one-on-one battles.
Brett Thorson with the punt. Mac McWilliams calls for the fair catch and makes it at his own 28. Here comes Jacob Zeno once again. We talked about that he's faced Georgia before when he was a freshman. He came in and took on Georgia in that 2020 Sugar Bowl in the fourth quarter. Made a completion, but he also had an interception. Of course, Georgia won this game 26-14. Remember, we asked him about it. We said, what do you remember about the game? He said, them Georgia Bulldog linemen came at me fast.
Yeah, he knows what he's getting into tonight.
Isaiah Jacobs, the lone setback from the pistol. Zeno to Bryce Damus, the tight end.
People forget that everything is new for Jacobs. He only threw 29 passes in his 3 years at Baylor. You know, he was behind Charlie Brewer and then was also behind Bohannon, finally transferred over here. So this is his first time of getting extended play.
Down to the field, Lawrence Sisler.
But watching Zeno play, man, he's got some poise, and just sitting on the sidelines, he's a very poised quarterback through the ups and downs of the season so far. UAB didn't have a great start against Georgia Southern, but he kept his poise, understands how to play with what OC Alex Morton calls controlled aggressiveness. The game isn't won in just one play because you know that it's 15 rounds fighting for 60 minutes here.
And it helps when you got a running game like that, and Isaiah Jacobs in the backfield. That's an 8-yard pickup and another first down. Listen, Jacob Zeno is third nationally in completion percentage right now. Completes about 80%. He averages about 318 a game passing. That's fifth best in the nation.
He's got a good skill set. You know, for a guy who's 6'4", he moves better than you would expect. He's got an above average arm and throws with good accuracy and touch. He just has to be poised in the pocket, and they need to protect him better.
2nd and 9. And that one hot. Too hot for Tajon Palmer.
Yeah, that's one that he's got to take something off.
Both teams 0 for 1 on third down. Here's Zeno. And Dalen Everett. Great open field play. Patrick Foley, he's the transfer out of Arkansas, the punter. Mekhi Muse standing at his own 20 for Georgia. Georgia will have it from their own 23. They're up 7-0 here in Athens. And so far they've run 10. They've had one explosive. Quickly. To Dylan Bell, incomplete. Dylan Bell in the backfield. He gets the carry over the left side. Trying to turn that corner. Brought down at the 30.
Yeah, that's the identity we know about Georgia. Little counter. You know, bring those couple of linemen out there around the edge to make lead blocks and get you a first down. Close to a first down anyway. That's the type of run game we're used to seeing from Georgia. That was on their second rush of the game.
Bell, basically a wide receiver, has played wide receiver his entire career. Just this season, has made the transition to running back to help out, considering the number of injuries you pointed out, Rod. 3rd and 3. Back to the outside, and that's complete. DeMarcus Rosemy Jack Saint from the Blazer 44. Misdirection. Beck throws it away. 2nd down. Beck over the middle to Dejon Edwards. And Edwards is brought down at the 38. Quiet demeanor. Here's 3rd down. Inside draw to Edwards. That's enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard pickup. They go 2 tight ends. Here comes pressure. And it's Edwards. And he's wrapped up at the 27, 3-yard pickup. They're looking at 3rd and 4. From the Blazers 25, here comes pressure. Back, stands in, throws, delivers to Ra Thomas.
What a tackle by Keandre Swoops.
That's the quarterback of the defense.
Well, this is a no-brainer here for Kirby Smart. You know Kirby's going to go for it here.
This season, Georgia's 2 for 2 on 4th down. Looking at 4th and 2. Folks, they've got a freshman kicker who's had issues.
Yeah.
And Kirby Smart said he would lean more on going for it. Here comes pressure again. Beck stands in the pocket and incomplete. He was looking at Ra Thomas, but Mac McWilliams, who's their best cover corner, was right with him.
Yeah, and you mentioned it, the pressure. I mean, the pressure made Carson Beck get rid of this a little sooner than he wanted to, and it was off. It was behind the receiver. He felt the pressure coming, and that ball was behind. It was a little bit late. Nice job by Mac Williams, but there you see the pressure, and one guy completely free.
Jermaine Brown Jr. in the backfield. They call him Skull. He gets the carry. And he's across the 30. Kristen Miller with the stop. 6-yard pickup for the Blazers.
You know, Trent Dilfer said that he wanted his team to engage, embrace the battle. Their defense has. It's up to the offense now to get into the battle.
Under a minute here in the quarter. Zeno. Back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, partner, there are not many former players who've done what Trent Dilfer is doing. You know, guys who win a Super Bowl and then wind up becoming a head coach.
3rd and 4. Zeno under pressure and too high. Chaz Chambliss pried that pressure. So Foley a punt it away. Muse standing at his own 30. From his own 30. Fumbles the football. And there's a pile at the 37. And UAB says they have it. And they get the first turnover of the game.
Listen, we talked about UAB dealing with this atmosphere and how it would be easy for them to be intimidated. Not so much. I mean, despite the 7-0 lead, I think their defense has played pretty well.
So 1st and 10, a second left in the quarter. From the Georgia 35. Zeno, end around. This is TJ Jones. And Jones is tripped up at the 20-yard line.
Smart call by Alex Mortensen, the offensive coordinator, the son of our colleague and friend,
Chris Mortensen. Yeah, 15-yard pickup for those Blazers. We've played one here in Athens. Georgia up 7-0. Trent Dilfer's Blazers looking at 1st and 10 from the 22. And Jacobs tripped up maybe a yard short of the line of scrimmage. You know, Trent Dilfer told us when we were talking to him about the game, he said, look, this game is really all about us. We got to change with the perception of what people saw of this program from what we put on tape last week. That one's to the outside. Big stick as Amari Thomas made the catch.
Well, he's right. He is all about changing culture and being a player's coach. And you heard him talk about embracing the battle. Big 3rd down here.
3rd and 4 from the 16 in the red zone. Zeno throwing complete. Damon Davis, touchdown, Blazers.
Georgia has struggled in the red zone this season, and the hardest thing defensively for you to keep track of is where the tight ends go down in the red zone, and he just got lost.
Matt Quinn with the extra point. And basically less than a minute into the second quarter, UAB has tied it up. They go 4 plays, 36 yards, do it in under a minute. And Bryce Davis with his second touchdown of the season. We're all tied up here in Athens. UAB 4 plays, score in under a minute. Muse from his own 5. Cross the 20. And tripped up across the 25-yard line. And if it was Muse, that fumble that set up that touchdown. Once again, just 7 points in that first quarter. Here's Edwards over the left side, big hole. He's got a first down. Keandre swoops.
Great
Makes another stop.
Yeah, great double team block on that left side. Xavier Truss is on the right side. Micah Morris, good blocking.
Here's Beck. Plenty of time over the middle. He's got a guy. Oh, overthrew him. And he had Jackson Meeks wide open.
Can't miss that.
2nd and 10. Under center. It's Edwards. For a couple. Rusall Jr. with the stop.
No Lad McConkey at wide receiver. You know, new guys are trying to find a rhythm. They haven't found their identity. They're a play action, take shots offense, and, they're learning to work together.
3rd and 6. Georgia 2 of 4 on 3rd down.
Got to be Brock Bowers' time.
Bowers is in the slot at the top of your screen. Beck. Plenty of time, steps up. And he's got himself a first down, it looks like. They'll move the sticks.
Nifty running. Generally, that your quarterback, even if he's a pocket passer, has got to scramble 3 or 4 times a game to pick up first downs for you to keep the offense in rhythm and flowing.
Got an injured Blazer on the field as well. We'll check on the injury. All tied up at 7 here in Athens. Back from the gun. Over the middle, and that's complete. Oscar Delp. He's brought down at the 31-yard line, 19-yard pitch and catch.
I tell you, Carson Beck is spreading the football around. What's he got, 9, 10 different receivers who've caught the ball?
That one to the outside, and Bowers down the sideline and forced out of bounds.
The thing that gets overlooked is how great he is after catching the ball. Yards after the catch. He is faster than you think. He's 240 pounds. He runs with aggression.
1st and 10 now.
I think I'd throw it to 19 a lot more.
From the Blazers 16. This is Cash Jones. Maybe a yard.
Wow. I tell you, that time UAB won up front.
From the UAB 16. To the outside. Bowers trucks a man inside the 5 and forced out of bounds.
I don't get this. This guy is from Napa Valley, which is all about being laid back, have a nice red blend wine, enjoy yourself. And this guy is as fierce and aggressive as any football player in America.
He's now got over 2,000 for his career, the 10th Georgia Bulldog receiver to do that.
You don't find many football players coming out of Napa Valley playing major college football.
Hey, he's crushing defenders like y'all crush grapes out there.
I see you.
There's Edwards up the middle. Power of football. Touchdown, Georgia. Is good. Georgia back on top by 7.
Again, this offensive line. Look at the great block on the left side by Micah Morris, the left guard, who's moved into the lineup tonight. That is the identity of Georgia football.
To begin the game in the first quarter, and they do it here in the second quarter as they kick things away. And it's a touchback. Now getting his first job as a coach. And they go to Amari Thomas. Around that right side, and he's close to a first down for UAB.
Well, Alex Mortensen knows that he cannot win this game or be competitive simply playing in the box. So it's a perimeter-based game, and he knows that Georgia is super aggressive, so you're seeing misdirection plays to take advantage of that.
8-yard pickup. Receiver screen to the outside. Amari Thomas again. And Kamari Lassiter. This is a guy really physical on the outside for Georgia.
Yeah, and Georgia is taking away the easy throw, the free access. They're playing their corners up close, so those screens aren't really there.
Big 3rd and 2 here for UAB. To Brown. And he may be a bit short.
As tempting as it might be for Trent Dilfer. Oh, what the heck? He's going to roll the dice.
And he's going to go for it.
Oh, boy.
And it's Brown again. And if he does got it, he barely got it.
How about that? Rolling the dice. I mean, that's a head coach telling his guys, hey, we're not playing it easy.
No.
We're coming to throw our punches.
We are here to win.
We are throwing punches.
So it's 1st and 5 for UAB. Jacobs bottled up.
Isaiah Jacobs, the ball carrier.
He's a big guy, but incredibly quick at 305 pounds.
Keep in mind, Michael Williams is sick, not playing for Georgia. To the outside, and Malachi Starks, who's right with Davis. Maybe a yard, but that was it. 3rd down coming.
You got 2 downs to get this, right?
3rd and 2, a long 2.
Oh,
listen to this crowd.
It is loud.
Zeno's going to keep it. Dives and got a first down. It looked like there was a mix-up there of whether or not he was going to hand that off to somebody.
It was a miscommunication, and then he had the presence of mind to simply say, hey, let me go get the first down. Wrong direction, either by the running back or by Zeno.
Nonetheless, it's a first down. And Jacobs,
Isaiah Jacobs, the ball
hit behind the line of scrimmage by Darius Smith.
Tackles him for a loss.
Great tacklers in that secondary.
To the outside. Amari Thomas flipped in the air by Malachi Starks.
What a player. He was outstanding last year as a freshman. He's a freshman of the year finalist. He's a preseason potential Thorpe Award winner. Big 3rd down.
And a flag. This is the 10th play coming in. You can look at Coach Dilfer. 3rd and 9. Zeno to the outside and incomplete.
Zeno's pass is incomplete.
That was a big penalty call, and Trent Dilfer knows it because he was ready to go 2 downs to pick up that first down. And Georgia has this reputation for shifting their defensive front a lot and calling their own signals or the other team's signal to bother them. And so every coach that plays Georgia tells the officials to be on it.
You saw Dilfer screaming at the officials to call it again. Foley to punt things away. Muse inside of his own 10. Low snap. Takes a Blazers bounce. They'll down it at the 7. 14-7 our score, 5 minutes until the half. Beck from his own 8. Plenty of time. Over the middle. And he's got Marcus Rosemy St. Jack Saint at 17 yards. Give him some breathing room. 12 personnel for Georgia, 2 tight ends. From their own 26. Beck looking, going deep. He's got a man. He's got Arian Smith. Overthrew him again. Second time they've had a Bulldog who beat the defense and can't connect.
Well, they're attacking the safeties. There's a lot of quarters coverage back there. So that puts the safeties in one-on-one coverage, and they've been going after swoops. The second time they got behind him, and it looked like Smith kind of eased up and glided a little bit and misjudged the ball. At the end of it, it eased up a little bit.
And off the hands there of Lovett.
I'm sure that Kirby Smart would say his team is keeping UAB in this game. You know, that missed throw, another missed throw, couple of drops, key penalties. But listen, this is the #1 team in the country, and no one makes excuses for them. They're more talented, and you'd expect them to have more control of this game.
That's Lovett's second drop. This is 3rd and 10 now. Under 5 minutes until the half. Keep in mind, UAB will get the football to begin the second half.
Looks like the same coverage for UAB.
Here's Beck, and again, he's got a man. This is Lovett, catches this one. He's got a first down. Brought down at the 44, 18-yard pickup. Beck, almost 200 yards passing. So far in his 3 starts, he's thrown for at least 250 in every game. Here's Edwards. Or Dylan Bell, check that, he's across midfield.
You know, the other thing is, I don't think Carson Beck has been hit much, if all, tonight. And he's very comfortable in the pocket. So one thing that UAB has to think about, do they want to turn up the heat?
Here's Lovett.
Next pass complete to Dominic.
Just shy of the 40. BJ Mays with the stop. Brock Bowers is checked back into the game. Dejon Edwards as well. Georgia again trying to put some points on the board before the half. Here's Beck. He's got Bowers. Bowers. Step back. Touchdown. Brock Bowers. Extra point is good. Partner, I'm sorry. I found Georgia the offensive game plan, feed 19.
He's that dude, man. He is that dude. And did you see the catch he made? That ball was underthrown.
Back here in Athens, Georgia has now scored touchdowns on back-to-back offensive possessions and have increased their lead to 14, 21-7. Jermaine Brown Jr. And he's across the 20.
Oregon
Don't leave that
today.
around the studio.
That's a nice blazer.
It was. Here's 1st and 10. And intercepted. Tyke Smith coming up with the pick, the transfer from West Virginia.
That ball was tipped, and it looks like that was Smile Munden who actually gets it. 6'3", 225, gets up and makes the play to allow his buddy Smith to get the pick.
But it's a turnover. Here's Beck looking to make him pay. Cash Jones. Jones Inside the 20.
You know what they say when he gets the ball? Straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie.
Straight cash.
I love it. I ain't heard that one in a while. Shout out to our guy, Randy Moss. Shout out to our guy, Randy Moss. Here's Edwards. He's got a first down.
The good ones always make the first guy miss. You talk about Edwards having to wait his turn behind Roderick Robinson, who's out, Kendall Milton, who's out. Remember, they lost Branson Robinson before the season started.
Beck. Bowers. Bowers. Inside the 5.
I would think that he was the one guy that UAB would say is not going to beat us, because he hurt them a couple years ago as a freshman.
First and goal. To Edwards, looking for his second touchdown of the night. And he's just shy. Did they give it to him? Yes, touchdown. From 3 yards out, his second of the night. Here's Brown inside the 5. Brown, little daylight. Brought down at the 30-yard line. From their own 30. Jacobs. Well, Carson Beck has got 2 touchdown passes. He had just a total of 3 in the first 3 games. To the outside, and Jacobs, and forced out of bounds.
But part of that identity ought to be, as you mentioned, get the ball to Brock Bowers.
Oh, without question.
As much as possible.
This is Brock Bowers' second career game with 5 catches and 80 yards receiving in the first half. He's got 97 and a touchdown. Zeno, that's complete. Crossing route, Amari Thomas.
UAB, you want to move quickly, but you also want to take care of the football here.
Under a minute. Zeno. He'll keep it. He's got a first down. He's across midfield and more. And brought down inside the 35 of Georgia.
You know what? I think Trent Dilfer was content to run out the clock until Kirby Smart called that timeout. And then he realized he's not going to let us just run out the clock. So they became more aggressive.
Zeno steps up under the pressure. He'll keep it again. And brought down at the 30. Smile Munden Jr. with the stop. 30 seconds left until the half. UAB will call a timeout. It's their second. They got 1 more left for Zeno.
And Zeno cannot take a sack here, no matter what.
Under pressure, Zeno throwing. That's complete to Dallas Payne. Payne spins. He's got a first down and goes out of bounds at the 21-yard line. 22 seconds left. It's a 10-yard pickup and another first down for UAB.
What a tremendous effort by Payne, and awareness of the situation, getting to the sideline to stop the clock. They are in field goal range.
Here's their kicker, Matt Quinn. He's the senior.
You know, here's the thing. You can take a shot at the end zone if you can trust your quarterback to put the ball where only the receiver can get it or it goes out of bounds. You don't want to leave it in play where the defense can make a play. And, you know, we've heard absolutely nothing from Tajon Palmer, number 19, tonight. And he's a guy that can be effective down here at the wide receivers, but I think he's up in the slot.
Here's 1st and 10. From the Georgia 21, they go empty set. Zeno throwing to the outside, incomplete to Thomas. Bunch set at the bottom of your screen. Zeno looking to the end zone, too high.
Yeah, not the right choice.
2nd and goal. Zeno looking, throwing to the end zone, touchdown, Amari Thomas, who's done it all on this drive. His first career touchdown, the freshman out of Alabama.
Oh, what a first half performance for Thomas. 7 catches. And that touchdown gives life to UAB. Remember, as you said, they get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
Matt Quinn in for the extra point. And now it's just a 14-point lead for Georgia.
And down 28-7 with just a little bit of time coming back. They get great protection for Zeno, and he delivers a strike. Thomas fighting his way to get inside. He knows there's inside man-to-man coverage by Smith.
Has more catches tonight than he's had all season. Short kick. The up man fumbled the football. And UAB says they have it, but is he down? There's a flag. That's Dylan Bell, who was the up man who had it. Here's David Smith.
The result of the play was a fumble recovered by the kicking team. During the return, holding number 17 on the receiving team. That penalties decline. Will be 1st down, UAB.
Wow, how about the Blazers? So let's see if they set up for a field goal. If you can get some more points here.
We're talking a 60-yarder from here. And this ball carried a little bit loosely, kind of low by Bell heading into traffic.
2 seconds until the half. Three receivers at the top of your screen. Zeno throwing, and they weren't ready for it. And that's the half. Our score here from Athens. It's Georgia 28, UAB 14. It's Georgia with a 14-point lead, 28-14 over UAB. So you take a look at the first half stats, and really the difference in this game has been a couple of turnovers by the Bulldogs. That's what's kept UAB
well, listen,
in it.
Georgia had a couple of opportunities to take control of the game in the first half. Those turnovers prevented that. But give UAB credit. They fought back to get into this game, down 2 possessions. They get the ball now. Let's see if the momentum stays with UAB to start the 3rd quarter, because generally 3rd quarter has been Georgia time.
Carson Beck, Brock Bowers have been outstanding for Georgia in that first half as they kick things away. And brought down at the 14. 1st and 10 for the Blazers. And it's Zeno. Gonna keep it, and he's brought down. Jamon Dumas Johnson, they call him Pop. And that's a 4-yard loss.
It's a defense that got a pretty stern talking to late 2nd quarter from the Brain Trust.
2nd and 14. Jet sweep. TJ Jones. He's tripped up maybe a yard.
Dan Jackson made that tackle. This may be the best tackling secondary in college football. They love it. They're not afraid to throw their bodies at it, and they're sure tacklers in open space.
Here's 3rd and 12. Over the middle and dropped. TJ Jones had it and dropped it. Patrick Foley from his own end zone will punt it away. Mekhi Muse standing at midfield. Georgia looks like they're coming after it. And they are. And it will take a Blazers bounce. And they down it at the 41. They averaged 8 yards a play. UAB 4.3. Here's Beck looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take off and pick up about 5. Fish McWilliams makes the stop. We talked about how dominant Georgia has been in the 3rd quarter, and you can see what Carson Beck has done alone here in this 3rd quarter. He's completing about 81% of his passes. He's got a couple of touchdowns and an interception in the 3rd quarter of this season.
Yeah, I think that's right. But remember, Kirby Smart is a defensive-minded coach, and he didn't like the 58 yards rushing in the 1st half. He wants more.
Well, here's Edwards trying to bounce it off that right side, pick up a 4.
You know, down on the field before the game, the Georgia coaches were talking about this is a night when we find our identity. And that was code for offensively, we're going to run, we're going to do play action and take deep shots. They haven't run it the way they want to run the football tonight.
So far, Georgia has run it for 66 yards.
It's been the quick passing game and Brock Bowers that's been unstoppable.
Edwards bounces it to the outside. That's a 1st down. He's in Blazer territory.
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot more of Georgia trying to pound the football than we saw in the 1st half.
Edwards over a 50 yards rushing. He's got a couple of touchdowns as well. Oh, picked off. Oh, no, incomplete. I was going to say that would have been a pick 6 for B.J. Mays.
We talked about this late in the 2nd quarter, but be more aggressive on the outside and take away that quick screen and the quick out throws.
Mays is the transfer from Incarnate Word, and he jumped that route. Here's 2nd and 10. Edwards again, breaks and tackles, still running. He's inside the 30, at the 29. Ray Thornton III makes the stop, but a 16-yard pickup.
Did you see the number of moves he made in a short area?
Longest run of the night. That one's low in the ground. Arian Smith. Dylan Bell in the backfield. Bell, the carry, cuts back, across the middle. He's close to another 1st down. Ike Rowell with the stop.
UAB defensively has to think about how much they want to dial up the pressure here. You really don't want to give up a score and go down another possession, but they are afraid of bringing pressure and being caught up in one-on-one, particularly with Bowers.
Speaking of Bowers, 3rd and 2, he's in. They go 2 tight ends. Here's Edwards. And it's a 1st down. They'll move the sticks. Michael Moore makes the stop.
Edwards has become the workhorse. His 11th carry, 65 yards.
Averaging almost 6 yards a pop. And that looks like Michael Moore, the injured UAB Blazer on the field right now.
He's a guy who really benefited from the coaching change. He was kind of unknown last year.
Good news is Michael Moore walked off on his own power. Cash Jones in the backfield. 1st and 10. Beck. Bowers down the sideline, inside the 5, and forced out of bounds at the 2.
He's unstoppable. And he's bigger than you think, too. Yeah, he goes at 6'4", 245 maybe. They list him at 240, but he's bigger than that.
Here's Cash. And he's met and driven back at the 2.
A little credit to that offensive line that had to make some adjustments because of Amarius Mims being out. Xavier Truss moved from left guard to the right tackle. Dylan Fairchild and Micah Morris shared the left guard spot. Good job.
And Cash Jones cashes in.
Is he? Oh, they mark him short.
They cut him short.
They went on that left side behind Ernest Green, the left tackle, and Dylan Fairchild, the left guard.
I mean, it is right at the goal line, so it'll be 3rd and goal for Georgia.
Right back at it.
3rd and goal. The goal line.
And they go with the quarterback sneak, and Beck finishes it off. So Carson Beck now with 3 touchdowns on the night. Here's Woodring. "12 plays, 59 yards. They do it in 4 minutes and 38 seconds. And Georgia now up 35-14. Made the trade from Detroit and went and got DeAndre Swift, who is also a Bulldog.
Yeah, they love some Georgia Bulldogs with the Eagles. Actually, they love SEC players.
Yeah, they do.
They got a few Alabama guys like Jalen Hurts, too.
This is Jermaine Brown from his own 6, and he's brought down at the 10. How about that coverage?
Wow.
To the studio, and Kevin Connors. From their own 11. That's Jacobs over that left side.
Now this is where you expect the Georgia defense to rise up and allow you to take control of the game. If you're UAB, you need a drive here to keep your defense off the field.
Over the middle. Ferrier. And he's brought down at the 38-yard line. Now they go empty set.
Got to play zone against that. Can't play
5
man.
wide. Zeno under pressure. Hit as he tried to throw it.
Incomplete.
Zion Logue.
Arm was moving forward. And right back into the quarterback.
Zeno again under pressure, and he just throws it away. 3rd long. From their own 32. Again under pressure. Zeno, and he throws it away.
Walker comes in on obvious passing situations. He is a pass rushing specialist. Just watch the speed and quickness for him off the edge here. No chance. He gets the leverage. He gets the place.
Muse standing at his own 26. From his own 24. Cuts left. And brought down at the 40. 17-yard return, 41-yard punt. How about what Brock Bowers has done here? 7 catches, 110 yards to go along with his 1 touchdown. He now has the most 100 receiving yards with a receiving touchdown by a tight end in the FBS in the last 25 seasons, 8 of them.
Yeah, he's something. I mean, he had 13 grabs coming into tonight. He gets 7 tonight. He needed a breakout game like this because, you know, they just hadn't gone to him enough this season, and he's a real big part of what their identity needs to be on offense.
And now over 2,000 yards receiving. So they go with 2 tight ends here. And Beck looking over the middle. He's got a man wide open. Is Marcus Rosalie. Jack Saint cuts back to the 15. Upended at the 10. 50-yard completion for Georgia.
Tremendous design route. They cleared out with a deep route and then brought Marcus Rosamu-Jackson across the field where the clear out happened.
With Lab McConkey out, he has become the go-to guy for Georgia. First and 10 from the 11. Bowers at the bottom of your screen. They go to Bowers. And good open field tackle. B.J. Mays or Colby Dempsey makes the stop. Bowers at the bottom of your screen, 2nd and 11. Now in motion. Pitch it out to Edwards. Maybe a yard. 3rd down coming. Rowell with the stop. Their last possession, and they scored 12 plays, 8 of them on the ground. They converted 8 third downs. They throw it back the other way to Bowers. Bowers! Touchdown, Georgia! His 2nd of the night. 3rd of the season.
Yeah, UAB lost him. Nothing fancy about that. He just lined up like he was in pass protection, and UAB forgot about him, and then he just snuck out. And how you ignore and forget about the best player on the field is amazing.
If you're looking for your identity, I think you found it.
Yeah.
19.
Yep. Can you imagine? Wow. Let's go back to this touchdown and again watch 19. Where is he? Where is he? Well, it looks like he's pass blocking, right? No, not really. Just sneaking out and nobody around. Wow. Number 1 team in the nation, playing like it now.
42-14 is our score. Georgia has now scored touchdowns on 5 of the last 6 possessions. And a touchback, and they have dominated the 3rd quarter. They've now scored. Their opponents outscored them 56-0. Meanwhile, Brock Bowers, 5th career game with over 100 yards receiving and 2 receiving touchdowns. That's the most by a tight end in the FBS over in the last 20 seasons.
Didn't he do that to UAB a couple years ago?
Yes, he did.
102 yards receiving and a couple TDs. So it's not like they didn't know.
Over 400 yards of offense by the Bulldogs. Brown, Jacobs in the backfield with Zeno. And this is Brown. And forced out of bounds across the 30. Coming up on 5 minutes left in the quarter. Again, Brown.
Oh, that might be a flag. That might be a flag. That was a hit out of bounds. And the reason you might get a flag there, it looks like they won't throw one, is it's a safety issue because there's so much on the sidelines. Bounce. So that's a good no call.
They'll swing it out to Jacobs. He fights his way back to the line of scrimmage. Jonell Aguero. And hit as he completes it. Brown. Brought down at the 44. 3rd down coming for the Blazers.
Great open field tackle by C.J. Allen. Normally a pass rushing specialist, but he sometimes drops into coverage. That was a really good open field tackle.
And Georgia's going to call a timeout. Looking at 3rd and 8. From their own 44. Under pressure. Zeno throwing to the sideline and incomplete. So Foley standing at his own 24. Muse from his own 20. Cuts back. Flag. And brought down at the 31-yard line. 41-yard punt. 12-yard return, but we'll come back. Here's David Smith.
Illegal block in the back. Number 1 during the return. 10 yards from that spot of the foul. First down, Georgia.
Most games with 100 yards receiving and 2 touchdown catches. Here's Brock Vandegrift as we got a new QB for Georgia. Andrew Paul with the carry. And, you know, one of the things that Mike Bobo, the offensive coordinator, told, he said, we'll see Brock Vandegrift. We're also going to see Gunnar Stockton, he said tonight. Here's Paul over the right side.
Oh, Vandegrift is a local guy. Went to the Prince Academy here in Athens, so he knows these parts quite well. Wanted to be at Georgia. He is the backup quarterback, and getting some reps now is really good and really important for him.
He's got a good arm, and by the way, he's roommates with Brock Bowers as well. His father was a high school coach here locally.
Brock and Brock in the same household.
Third and 1. As Oscar dealt. Mac McWilliams with the stop.
I got a question for you. Number 1 team in the nation. You think there's any risk or jeopardy with that with Georgia since the first half was a little shaky?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Especially because of the size of the lead.
Yeah. I think that's right. And we have to remember that AP poll, that's really kind of for fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think some committee members pay attention to it, but until we get the rankings from the committee, it's all for fun and talk.
Here's McWilliams, fair catch. 2 minutes left in this quarter. That's Brown down the sideline, forced out of bounds.
I think what we've seen from Georgia this third quarter is the identity that Kirby Smart's been looking for. You know, running the ball, getting the ball to Bowers, and then defensively really aggressive, putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback.
Zeno behind Amari Thomas. Forward pass to Thomas. And forced out of bounds.
How about the speed of this defense? I talked earlier about the secondary being very good at tackling. It is also top-end speed elite. I mean, they run down angles. Great pursuit.
UAB converting only 20% of their third down opportunities here tonight. Minute left in the quarter. 3rd and 10. From their own 37. Good snag. As Amari Thomas went up and got it. And that's a first down.
All thrown out in front. He comes up with it.
Zeno will keep it. Crosses midfield. They'll work from the pistol, and it's Jacobs. Play fake to him. Back to Jacobs with the catch.
See what I mean? The tackling in the secondary?
And we've now played 3 here in Athens. Georgia up 42-14. Fourth quarter when we come back.
Second down, this series really important for UAB. Late addition defense. Wow.
Jonathan Jefferson checking in for Georgia. Zeno, the slant flag, incomplete. How many men did Georgia have on the field? They have 12 guys on?
Illegal substitution on the defense. 12 players in formation. 5 yards from the previous spot. Replay, second down.
Again, the slant. Tajon Palmer fumbles.
Good hustle by
Amari
17.
Thomas. Amari Thomas. He has been Johnny on the spot
Yeah.
for UAB offensively. 3rd and 1. Brown cuts it back, and he's got the first down.
Think of Elite 11 as Top Gun for the best high school quarterbacks program.
Here's Zeno, and that's low.
Something like 60 of 64 of the Power 5 quarterbacks also participated in that program.
He's worked wonders with Jacob Zeno.
That indeed.
This is the 12th play of this drive coming.
Where is Thomas? He is the most reliable target for Zeno.
Hands it off to Jacobs.
I think that play selection told you they were going to go for it on 4th down.
That was Lee Beebe. Got that carry. Fourth down and 6. From Georgia's 25.
I think there was a mix-up down there between the receivers. They sort of ran their routes almost into each other.
Ferrier and Palmer is what you're talking about. Turnover and downs, Georgia football when we come back.
Cal Washington about to kick off on ESPN, Brian.
Vandegrift throwing to the outside, C.J. Smith. That's a 20-yard pickup and a first down for Georgia.
Georgia getting that work for the backups. You see Thornton coming off the field. But you get Vandegrift in, give him a chance to throw and run the offense. And you think about Georgia, though. We talked about all the starters out tonight. That's just the starters, not the backups. And the question really was, how would they handle it? Can they overcome something that they've never had to deal with before?
Vandegrift to Oscar Delp.
That is Swoops making a heck of a play, not allowing someone to, hurdle him.
That one's batted at the line of scrimmage.
Nothing is guaranteed, and that's something Kirby Smart talked to this team about. They've got to remain hungry, hit that reset button, regardless of how well they played in previous seasons in those championship games. Blank slate, they've got to be able to paint their own picture, and I think a big part of that we've talked about is the health of this football team and the continuity, having the ability to practice and play with a full deck of cards. That's something that Kirby talked about yesterday with us. You can't play with that full deck of cards and get that consistency that they're looking for with all the health and concerns that they've got.
Well, the guys who are playing have contributed to this. Georgia has won 20 straight games. They have a 21-game home winning streak. Both of those the longest active streaks in the FBS. If you just count the regular season, that streak is at 30. And right up the middle is Andrew Paul, the redshirt freshman out of Dallas. Vandegrift keeping it. And he's brought down at the 15.
If Georgia is going to win a third straight national championship, the first order of business is getting healthy. And they've got some time. Their schedule gets really tough in November. But if they can get healthy over the next few weeks and get people back, they'll have depth and health, and then they can make that run. I think the concern is this injury bug going to continue for them for the rest of the season? They've not had this before.
Vandegrift. DePaul. Inside the 10.
Can you imagine if they get Roderick Robinson and Kendall Milton back at running back? They get Mims back at the right tackle spot so that the other guys can return to their normal positions. You got a chance then to have an offense that will have the identity that Kirby Smart really, really wants. That is, pound the football, get the ball to Bowers, play action pass.
Kirby looking for his 85th victory tonight. And touchdown, Georgia. Savon Clark. 7 yards out.
You see the way the right side of that line just pushed that defensive front back 5, 6, 7 yards.
Extra point is good. 49-14 our score here in the fourth quarter in Athens. And one of the things he wanted to see tonight was red zone scoring, touchdowns. Well, his Bulldogs have gone 6 for 6 in the red zone, and 6 of those touchdowns.
Georgia has a shot at it this year.
Here's Jacobs. He'll cut it back.
You think of any of the teams that won back-to-back and didn't get there on that third attempt? Hey, USC comes to mind to me.
Is it Vince Young that took him down?
Yeah, exactly.
Zeno. Good hit. Under 8 minutes. Zeno. Throwing inferior.
And Trent Dilfer's got to love that.
32-yard pickup. And that one's complete to Tajon Palmer. Palmer's inside the 10.
Better protection for Jacob Zeno. He's got a chance to find a rhythm back there. Georgia not dialing up the pressure as much as they did the last couple of series.
Zeno, 30 for 46. He's thrown for 240. Hands this off to Beebe.
You know, the thing about Zeno, he is on a pace to set all kinds of passing records for UAB this season if this keeps up.
Again, a transfer from Baylor. First season for him as a starter. Second and goal. Beebe.
Hey, Zeno probably has somewhere around 1,200 yards in total passing in just 4 games now with his performance tonight. Averaging, what, 80% completions coming in. He's having a great start.
Zeno will keep it and scores.
Before, so far this season.
Jacob Zeno now with 3 touchdowns on the night. 2 through the air, 1 on the ground. 21-49 our score. Low kick. This is Paul. Across the 20. He was a 4-star prospect rated as the 7th best quarterback in that 2022 class. And he'll take off. Big hole up the middle. And he gets tripped up.
That season that he threw for the 4,000 yards, he also almost ran for 1,000 yards as well. So he's a dual threat.
5 minutes. Here's Stockton on the move and throws an interception. Down the sideline is Ricky Lee III.
Yeah, he forced that one, and it was a smart play out there. The quarterback rolls your way. He can only throw it 2 places, outside or deep. And he recognizes this, and he laid in wait for that outside throw. Quarterback cannot throw it back across the middle when he's rolling that way. So that's a really smart defensive backfield play. You see him coming your way, it's got to be an out throw or a deep throw. That's it.
Certainly something they want to clean up going forward. That's complete to Samario Rudolph.
Important drive for UAB. And Trent Dilfer talked about embracing the battle and fighting to the end. How do you want to be remembered? Didn't talk about trying to win the game at all. He's a competitor, though, but knew what he was up against.
This is 2nd and 3. Jacobs. Jordan Hall made the stop.
Can UAB push this in and get another score?
5 of 14 on 3rd down. Good hit. That is Nyland Green. J.C. Sylvie.
Man, this secondary, whether you're a starter or a backup, they have embraced the culture of hard tackling, not missing tackles. This is the best secondary, overall, I think Georgia's had in the last 3 or 4 years. Much better. They've had some more talented players, but not a better group, in my opinion, just from what I've seen on tape.
4th and 3. Pressure. Zeno throws incomplete. C.J. Allen applied that pressure right up the middle. Georgia will take over when we come back. Gunnar Stockton, the 3rd quarterback for Georgia, getting that playing time. Here's Andrew Paul with the carry.
And it was just a lackluster first half where they didn't have complete control.
Tyler Williams.
You disagree? Would you drop him?
No, I'm with you. Listen, I know people would say, oh, you only, up 21 or so
UAB.
on UAB, the 3 turnovers, but yeah, I'm with you.
30-second timeout.
So it's 1st and 10 for Gunnar Stockton. You talked about Trent Dilfer. Dilfer looking to rebuild the UAB program. And a good get-right game for Georgia, especially with that SEC opponent next week.
Yeah, they'll see Auburn. Healthy enough. They'll be fine. Trent Dilfer, talking to him before the game, talked about what's really important to him is his players understanding it's about more than just you. It's about serving and others, and he's wearing a pair of shoes tonight that illustrate that point. Negu, shoes where he is supporting a foundation for a young cancer victim.
Over the middle, Andrew Evans makes the catch. To the field, here's Sis.
And you might be wondering what Negu stands for. Never, ever give up. And that is in honor of a kid who passed away. A father came and spoke to the Elite 11 camp. His name was Riley, and after his dad came and spoke, Trent Dilfer had decided he wanted to get involved in the cause. My shoe, my cause. So you'll see him wearing different shoes for different causes. And after losing a son of his own at the age of 5, Dilfer has such a heart for giving hope to the community, to families, and as you said, Rod, service to others. This football team has actually given 700 hours of community service. That's what they're all about.
Wow.
He's one of those type of guys. I mean, that was the reason why he went to that high school there in Tennessee, Lipscomb Academy, rebuilt that program and made them a winner. Wants to do the same thing at UAB and try to emulate what this guy has done.
Yeah, I
Become
don't
a
doubt
powerhouse.
it. I don't doubt that he will get it done.
The winning streak continues for Georgia. Now 21 straight games, 22 straight at home. And now when you talk about at 100 games, Kirby Smart at the top at 85-15.
Big performance tonight. Look, I want to go back to 2021. You played in the same football game. Brock then, Brock now. How are things different for you?
I mean, it's been 2 years. It just got, been a little different. Stuff's changed around here, but still same game. We're still having fun, so it's a lot of fun.
After tonight, how are you seeing that offensive identity come to light?
Yeah, we kind of wanted to start off fast, start off explosive, and we came out, took a few shots, and we started off pretty hot except for a few hiccups. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about it.
And what can you say about your quarterback as you start to settle in and start to build that chemistry with one another?
Yeah, it's been awesome. We were talking to each other on the sideline. He was like, "Yeah, I want to get you 10 targets, and we only got you 9." So we were joking about that. But yeah, it's been good.
One short, but hey, congratulations.
Thank you,
Guys.
Brock Bowers, 120 yards receiving, couple of touchdowns. Kirby Smart, now with the best win percentage through 100 games for an SEC head coach.